products. In this section, we will use the distributive property to develop patterns that will allow us to multiply some special binomials quickly. We will find that product of two binomials using the method called FOILed, which, okay, we still have to use it. We will learn a formula for finding the square of a binomial sum. We will also learn a formula for finding the product of the same sum and difference of two terms. So use FOIL. FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, and last, which you obtain by distributive property. By this is AX times CX is right there. Then we have outsides, AX times D. So that's right there. Then insides. And finally, lasts. We'll try those. Okay. So let's do an example of this. So we have 4x times 5x plus 4x times 1 plus those two, 3 times 5x plus 3 times 1. 4 times 5 is 20x squared because we have 4 times 5 is a 20. X times x, we have the same base. They're both to the degree 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 4x times 1 is 4x plus 3 times 5 is 15x because there's no more other x's. And 3 times 1 is 3. 20x squared because we don't have any like terms for the x squared, but we do have for the degree of 1x. So 4 plus 15 is 19x plus 3. Here's another example. 5x squared plus 35x plus 2x plus 14. We have 5x squared, like terms, plus 37x plus 14. Multiply the sum and difference of two terms. So when you're doing the sum and difference of two terms like so, this becomes ax squared minus b squared. The product of the sum and the difference of the same two terms is the square of the first term minus the square of the second term. So on this one, we have exactly the same. The only difference is they're differentiate by the plus and the minus. So let's use A equals 7y. And let's use B equals 8. The formula states that if I have A plus B times A minus B, this will become ax squared minus b squared. So that means that I have 7y, because that's my a squared, minus 8 squared. So 7 squared is 49. Y squared is still y squared minus 64. So same idea. A on this one is 2a cubed. B on this one is a 3. So I have 2a cubed squared minus 3 squared. This becomes 2 squared times a 3 squared minus 9. 2 squared is a 4. On this occasion, the exponents will multiply for the variable, so it's 3 times 2 minus 9. So 4a, 3 times 2 is 6 minus 9. Find the square of a binomial sum. So if I have a plus b to the power of 2, we can follow this formula. It says the square of a binomial sum is the first term squared plus 2 times the product of the terms plus the last term squared. So this is what it's just telling you. It's just a shortcut of doing FOIL, or distributive property if you wish. A times a is going to equal you a squared plus ab plus ba plus b squared. Now, remember that, meaning that 2 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 2. So I have a squared plus ab plus ab plus b squared. So I have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So this is how they came up with this formula. So let's use this. So this is going to give me a is equal to 4x. B on this one is going to give me y. So remember, we have a plus b squared. This is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So I have 4x squared plus 2 times 4x times b, which is y, plus y squared. 4 squared is 16, x squared is x squared, plus 2 times 4 is 8xy, plus y squared. So in this one, a is going to be x, b is going to be 10, and the formula is, again, the same, a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So I have x squared plus 2, because of the formula, times x times 10 plus 10 squared. So that's x squared plus 20x plus 100. Find the square of binomial difference. This is the same thing. They got the formula the same way we did before, just by distributing. This states the square of a binomial difference is the first term squared minus 2 times the product of the terms plus the last term squared. So let's put this into use. So on this one, a is equal to 3x, b is equal to 4y. So I have that if I have a minus b squared, this is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So I have 3x squared minus 2 times 3x times 4y plus 4y squared. So 3 squared is a 9. X squared is still x squared. 2 times 3 is 6. Times 4 is 24. Negative 24x y plus 16y squared. So on this one, we have that a is equal to 7x, b is equal to 3. The formula is a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So I have 7x squared minus 2 times 7x times 3 plus 3 squared. So 7 squared is 49, x squared minus 3 times, or 2 times 7 is 14 times 3 is 42x plus 9.